Hello, dear students. Let's continue with library functions which are associated with strings. In the previous video, we saw two very simple library functions strlen and strcpy. Now, here is strcat. Now, what this cat stands for is concatenate. By concatenate, we mean joining one string to the end of the other string. Concatenate word means joining one string to the end of the other string. Take this example. Suppose we have char array X, which is declared as a very large array. This X array is containing 30 locations. But in those 30 locations, we have simply stored ABC space DEF and then \0. And rest of the locations in this array are unused. So the locations here are 0 to 7 are used, and rest up to 29th location, because it is 30 element array, are garbage. We have one more array Y, and note Y is initialized as XYZ. So here is the another array Y, which will have exactly the number of locations which are needed to store XYZ. I hope you understand why. Because we have not given the size of Y is not given. So, and we are given the initial value, we are giving it. So Y will exactly have 0 to 3. Okay. Now, what is our aim? Our aim is whatever is there in Y, this array Y, should be appended to X. That is, Y should be concatenated with X. That is, X should become X plus Y. Just check, X is ABC space DEF, correct? Plus Y is XYZ. Now, both these strings are to be added. That is, they have to be concatenated. That is, XYZ should be added to this string at the end. At the end of the string, XYZ should be added. This is called concatenate. And whatever is the result of X plus Y should be finally stored in X. So what it means finally is X will become equal to ABC space DEF XYZ. Note how this XYZ, which was part of Y, has been concatenated at the end of X. So actually, we want to do this operation. X should become equal to whatever is there in X plus whatever is there in Y. Now this thing is done by using a cat function, strcat concatenate, and you read it like this. Whatever is there in Y, check the second parameter, whatever is there in Y should be appended, should be concatenated to the end of the X. So what will happen, see, Y is XYZ. So the first letter X I am sending at the place of \0. Check how \0 will be erased, and in that place X will be stored. Why \0 only? Why not some other letter? It is because \0 is the end of that string, end of X, and we said that Y will be concatenated at the end of X. So X goes and sits at the place where \0 is. Then the next letter Y will be taking next place over here. And next to next letter Z will be taking next place over here. And then the last letter, yes, \0 will be taking the next place here. Check. Now X ends with this backslash 0. Here it ends. Previously, you recall that backslash 0 was at this place where I am pointing. But these letters X, Y, and Z and then backslash 0 has been simply copied or concatenated at the end of X. So Y remains unchanged. Y will remain XYZ. But in the strcat operation, X has become X plus Y. Okay. So this is how the target is given first. Who should change? X should change. So X is given first and the source is given second. Okay. Now just have a look at this statement. Suppose I would have written strcat x comma xyz. Now you know how to read it. This string xyz will be added to the end of X. So if X was ABC space DEF, then the new content of X will be ABC space DEF followed by XYZ. So what is important to know is that the second parameter is the source, and source is always appended, concatenated to the target. Of course, you understand from the previous discussion in the videos that the first parameter is target, so it has to be an array. It can't be a constant string. Okay, so this is the way how strcat works. Now have a look at the next function, strcmp. Very interesting function. Now, as the name suggests, strcmp is going to compare two strings, isn't it? Now, we are so used to comparing two numbers. Like we often say, if 10 is greater than 5, so we know it's true. Or if 5 is greater than 10, we know it's false. Or if 5 is equal to 5, we know it's true. So, how many ways are there to compare two numbers? Three outcomes you can get. When you compare any two numbers, you get three outcomes. The outcomes are first number may be greater than second, or first number may be less than second, or first number may be equal to second number. So less than, greater than, and equal to are the three possibilities. In the same manner, when you compare two strings, you have three possibilities. Okay, let's, instead of seeing this example straight away, let me write some easier example. Just imagine I have written strcmp, that is I am comparing strings. Okay, and the two strings I am comparing, I am directly giving the strings which is allowed. This is first string and this is the second string. Note, I am asking strcmp to compare xyz with xyz. But now we know that both strings are equal, exactly same letters in both strings, and the length is also same. So what strcmp will return? It's a function which returns an answer. strcmp will return 0 in this case. Now note, strcmp is returning 0 because there is zero difference between the two strings. So try to understand very early. strcmp is such a function which tells whether there is any difference between the two strings. But there is no difference. Both strings are equal here. So it returns 0. We can ask some integer variable like z to store this value. So z will be 0 in this case. Okay. When is z 0? When both strings are equal. Now have a look at this. Suppose I say strcmp and let's say I write xyzw. Just check the first string and the second string is xyz. See, now the two strings I am comparing, this is the first string and this is the second string. It is easily visible that the first string is larger than the second string. Okay. Why? Because both strings begin with XYZ, but the first string is having one extra letter W. So first string is larger than the second. In such case, strcmp will return a positive value. Now please don't ask me right now which positive value, but it is sufficient for us to know that it returns some positive value. Maybe 35, maybe 28, maybe 1, maybe 2, some positive value it returns when the first string is larger than the second. So if you say z should be equal to this, then z will be some positive number. Now have a look at this. Suppose I say strcmp, I am comparing two strings and check the first string. First string is xyz and the second string is xyzw. Just check this. Now this is the first string xyz and the second string is xyzw. It is very much visible that the first string is less than the second string or smaller than the second string. In such case, strcmp returns some negative value. Which negative value? Don't worry about that. But it may be -2, it may be -5, it may be -32. But some negative value is returned when first string is smaller than the second string. So if I say z is equal to this, then z will be some negative value. So these are the three cases that happen when strcmp compares two strings. Just check. This is what I have written over here. If this is the statement, look, x and y are the two strings that we are comparing. And what will happen if strcmp finds that x is exactly equal to y? X and y are equal, then z will be 0. What if x is larger than y? That is, first string is larger than the second string. Then z will be positive. Otherwise, z will be negative. These are the three cases in which strcmp works. Okay. So now have a look at this puzzle. Just check. The example given in the slide over here is we have got an array which stores a string which stores ABC space DEF space GHI, and the other string is XYZ, Y is XYZ. So I'll better write it here. Check that. X is ABC DEF GHI, this is the string, and Y is XYZ. And now observe, we are comparing x with y. strcmp is comparing x with y. Now notice, anyone would say that x is larger than y. Oh yes, anybody would say that this string x, this is so large, is larger than y. That's obvious. So if x is larger than y, then z will be positive because first string is larger than second string. Then z will be positive. But wait, our thinking is wrong. Here x is less than y. X is smaller than y. I repeat, look at x. X is ABC space DEF space GHI. Oh good lord, so many letters in x, such a big string. And we are comparing it with such a small string y which stores only XYZ. So definitely x should be larger than y. But what I am claiming is, what I am saying is that x is less than y. How come? Here we go. When strcmp compares x with y, it compares 0th letter with 0th letter of y. So basically it goes letter by letter, isn't it? This is 0th position, correct? And this is here 0th position. It will compare these two letters. And notice, on comparing the two letters, here itself strcmp understands that the letters do not match. A does not match X. So it stops. It says if first letters or rather 0th letters itself are not matching, then what's the sense in going ahead? I will stop comparison, and I have found one thing for sure, that two strings are not equal. Oh, come on, this is so obvious. If I ask you, is this name Samir same as the name Ramir? You'll say no. Immediately you will say no, no, they are not equal. When did you say no? After comparing S with R, enough is enough. First letters are not matching. Why will you go ahead and check remaining letters? By the way, one thing is sure, after comparing A with X, STRCMP knows that these corresponding letters are not matching. So surely two strings are not equal. Now there are two possibilities, less than or greater than. So what STRCMP does, it compares ASCII code. Here we go. It takes ASCII code of A. Recall ASCII code of A is 97. And it takes ASCII code of X. Recall ASCII code of Z is 122. Small z. Correct? So Y is 121 and X is 120. X is 120. Okay? So this is 120. And it simply takes difference of this. It takes 97 minus 120, difference. Definitely 97 minus 120 is negative. So what will STRCMP return? It will return negative value. What STRCMP is telling is X is such a string which contains a smaller letter. Note A is smaller than X in the alphabet sequence. So the string which contains a smaller letter at the corresponding place should be a smaller string. And this is correct. Don't take it other way. Don't feel that C is doing something wrong. This is the way how the world works, or rather the strings works in our real world also. Let me prove it. Suppose I ask you that there are two names here. Okay, let's say the two names are, first one is, let's say, Arun Lal, let's say. Okay, and the another name, let's say, is, let's say, Arundhati Roy, let's say. Okay, now you just check, if you are asked to give roll number to these students, what will you do? What will you do if you are asked to give roll number to these students? You will arrange them alphabetically, isn't it? And you will say, whoever name is smaller will get the first roll number, isn't it? So what you will do, you will compare A with A, you will say they match. Let me go ahead, R with R, they also match, U also matches, N also matches, and let's say there is no space here, okay, just to make our discussion easier. L mismatches with D, isn't it? See, Arun matched Arun, but L mismatches D. Then you will ask, which alphabet comes first, D or L? D comes first. That means you will give Arundhati Roy roll number 1, but Arun Lal will get roll number 2. But observe, Arun Lal was such a short name, but still you have put that as greater name. And you claimed that Arundhati Roy, although is such a large character name, you claimed that this is smaller because D comes before L in alphabetical sequence. This is really what C has implemented, the same way how the string comparisons work. As an example, just to kill some more time on this, just see, these are my friends. Imagine my friends are Sham, Ram, Abdul, say Xavier. Xavier is my friend. Then I have got one friend Amar, and let's say Zahir, one more friend. And I ask you to arrange these names alphabetically. Now you see, there are two names beginning with A. Which name is smaller? Come on. Which name is smaller? You will say Amar is smaller because it contains less letters. No. Abdul is smaller because Abdul begins with AB and Amar begins with AM. Come on, I hope you are understanding. Please help yourselves over here. So Amar will be written next you are claiming that this Amar is a bigger name, or rather bigger string when compared to Abdul. And that's what happens in strcmp also. Okay. So after that, obviously, Ram in alphabetical sequence, then Sham, RS, and then Xavier, and finally Zahir, Z comes last. Okay. So let's practice this a bit. I will write a few strings here, and you just try to pause the video and try to understand which string will be smaller, which will be larger. Okay. Suppose the first string is XYZ, second is XYZ. Oh, surely both are equal, isn't it? So Z, the result, this Z will be 0. Okay, let's try. Suppose first string is XYZ and second string is XYZ. Now notice, Y is in capital letter, whereas X is in small letter. This is all small, this is capital. Now what C will do, it will compare this X, that is 0th letter, with 0th letter, and here itself it gets mismatch. Hello, small letters and capital letters have been discriminated, distinguished by C language. What is small x? Small x is 120 ASCII code. And what is capital X? Capital X is, recall, capital Z is 90, so Y is 89 and Z is 88. So this is 88. And what strcmp does, it returns difference between the two ASCII codes. Now obviously difference will be positive, 120 minus 88. So what that means is XYZ is larger than capital XYZ. You can remember one thing, that small letters have higher ASCII code than capital letters. Recall, capital A has 65 ASCII code, small a has 97. And Z, capital Z has 90 and small z has 122. So if you have a small letter at the corresponding place where capital letter is, you can directly claim that the string which has small letter will be larger because the ASCII code over there is larger. Okay. So two examples we saw on strcmp. Let's check it again. Suppose x, y. First question I asked you is xyz, xyz. Both strings are equal, so z is 0. What if we have small xyz and capital XYZ? Now in our world, these two strings are equal. I mean, small Abdul and capital Abdul, both are equal, isn't it? Whether written in small letter or capital letter. But in computer, it is different because ASCII codes are different. And you know that Z will be positive because X will be greater than Y. Okay, what about this? Just try this. XYZ and X, Y and Z. Just check, when the comparison will be done, X matches X, so it goes ahead, matches Y, it goes ahead, but mismatch is found here. Here small z is compared with capital Z and mismatch is found, and whose ASCII code is larger? Small character, that is Z. So again this first string is larger than the second string, so Z will be positive. I hope you are understanding. Okay, what about this? Just try this. Suppose I have a string called West space Indies, West Indies, and Y is West Australia. West Australia. Just check this. These two strings are getting compared. Now, first 4 letters, rather 5 letters up to space will exactly match here. And the first mismatch found is at I and A. So now, I and A mismatch, but which letter comes first in alphabet? Small a comes before small I. That means West Australia is smaller than West Indies because I comes later in alphabet. So Z over here will be again positive. I hope you are understanding. Isn't it so? So this is the way how strcmp works. Now don't worry about these examples. You might be frightened. That means we have to remember ASCII codes or what? No. I was explaining this just to tell you how strcmp works internally. If you have understood how it works, relax and use strcmp now. You don't worry about how these which will be smaller and which will be larger, which string will be smaller or larger. strcmp will tell us that. Okay, so you can pause the video and you can read these notes which have been given, and in detail I have explained how small abc is compared with capital ABC using strcmp, or how this abc space def is compared with abc space capital def. You can check. Okay, now coming to the last function, strcmpi in the series. Now watch, strcmpi is exactly same as strcmp, exactly same. It also compares two strings, but you remember when we were given two strings like this, xyz and capital xyz, that is one string was small, other string was large, then strcmp function actually discriminated between this and said z will be positive. But in our world both strings are same, isn't it, whether small or large. Now if you use strcmpi function to compare the two strings, like you are comparing small abc with capital abc, then these two strings, although small and capital, will be treated equal. That means that I, the letter I in strcmpi means ignore the case. So don't check whether it is small case or capital case. Small abc will be same as capital ABC. So in this case, z will be 0. Check z will be 0, as small abc and capital ABC are equal according to this function strcmpi. Whereas if I drop this letter and say strcmp is used to compare small abc and capital ABC, then the result won't be 0. Result will be positive because small letter has got higher ASCII code than capital letter. So that's it. That's the only difference between strcmp and strcmpi. Okay, so these 5 functions we have learned on the string functions all are defined in string.h. Thank you very much.